Hello everybody, and welcome to the Hearthstone Arena video series. A couple things before we get started here. I'm going to be changing the format, I believe. I'm going to be trying to push for about 30-minute videos. They may be in the 20 to 40 minutes, but generally, close to the 30-minute mark. I don't think 2-hour videos are especially appealing to most people, and they do take a lot of time to process and upload, so it's quite a commitment from me. So I think half-hour videos would be just better for everyone in general, and so that's what we're going to be trying to do here today. For draft videos, I believe that means we'll probably get a draft and probably a single game in. For standard videos without drafting, we will probably see 2 to 3 games in all likelihood. Yeah, so without further ado, let's start the arena here. I have no idea what classes are available, so we'll just be going here. Alright, so Hunter, Shaman, Priest. Not a huge fan of the Hunter. Did really well with Shaman yesterday, so that appeals to me. Priest, never played a Priest. Not even in Constructed, actually. The only class I haven't played at all. We could play a Priest, because I did do the Shaman video yesterday, and that's really the only reason I'm considering it. It maybe is an okay idea. I'm not sure. I sort of want to do another Shaman though. I had a lot of fun with it. You know, let's try another Shaman out, and maybe we'll do another Priest video sometime. Okay. I don't feel like Light Warden is exceptional here. Restoration Totem makes it interesting, but not amazing necessarily. Emperor Cobra is a very strong card. Lava Burst can be very strong as well. I would say Emperor Cobra and Lava Burst both basically serve the same purpose, just with different methods. And I think I will pick Emperor Cobra here. Venture Co. Mercenary, Frost Shock, or Stormwind Knight. I'm not gonna really pay too much attention to the Frost Shock. I don't think it's a very good card. Venture Co. Mercenary, however, is a very good card. Stormwind Knight can definitely be good as well. I kind of prefer Venture Co. in this case, I think. So, Lightning Storm, Questing Adventurer, Mind Control Tech. Questing Adventurer can be super good with a fast deck. I'm not sure how fast we're going to go here, though. And Lightning Storm is an incredible card that's very, very nice to have, so I think that's our pick here for sure. This is a no-brainer pick for me. The Stormforged Axe is such a good card. Okay, now we have a fairly difficult decision. Venture Co. Mercenary, Sungeon Shieldmaster, Unbound Elemental. All three really good cards in my opinion. We already have a Venture Co., so I think we can pretty much rule them out. I love to have one, but I don't think two is... I don't think we need two, basically. Unbound Elemental can be very good. We already have 2 sources of Overload, so he's looking pretty strong. His base stats are acceptable. And if you play even 1 Overload, he becomes quite strong. So it's very, very interesting indeed. And in a way, he's his own taunt, because typically when you play a scaling minion, people love to try and rush it down. With good reason, of course, because scaling minions are incredibly dangerous. So I almost want to pick the Unbound over the Shieldmaster. Let me think about this, though. Because it's a tough pick for me, for sure. Let's go Unbound to speed things over here a little bit. Should be fun. Dalaran Mage, stats are far too bad. Spell damage is nice to have, but there are better sources by far. Silverback Patriarch, stats are bad. If you want a 3-mana taunt that's a neutral, much better choice here is the Ironford Grizzly. Windspeaker is acceptable, probably the best pick there. Cult Master, Unbound Elemental, Bloodlust. So yesterday Bloodlust kind of surprised me, and I think it allowed us to lock in a bunch of victories that we may or may have not gotten. It's difficult for me to say. Cult Master is a fantastic card, but I actually am seriously considering just taking this Bloodlust in case it doesn't show up again. Because yesterday I found it to be very good. I really did. Don't love any of these. I think Iron Beguile is the best pick based on our current situation. Still not a great drop though. Iron Beguile is essentially a 1-mana drop that has silence, so it's not great. Frost Elemental versus Forked Lightning. Again, no real need to pay attention to the Patriarch. It's simply not good enough in 99% of the time here. Forked Lightning can be very strong, no doubt about that. It's basically a cleave. It's 1 mana cheaper, but it does have the 2 overload, so you know. Frost Elemental, pretty strong card. Stats are not fantastic, but the battle cry can be pretty good. It can delay a turn for you and let you acquire some more cards and all that goodness, and it can just allow you to get a more favorable board position overall. So they're both very valid options, I think. A situation where I think you could take either and you would be right. So I will take Forked Lightning here though, because we do have the Unbound Elemental, so Overload is a little bit more valuable to me. Now we don't have any taunts. We do have a decent number of 3-drops, but not enough that I'm concerned yet. I really like Azure Drake, and I really like Feral Spirits. Feral Spirits did pretty well for me yesterday. Nothing hugely game-changing, but it got the job done a lot of the time. I would say Feral Spirits is overall better than Sinjin's Shield Mount though. Azure Drake though, very nice. We already have a couple nukes, so it's got potential. I will take Feral Spirits though. Another Forked Lightning, Archmage. Arc is interesting. I almost really kind of don't want another Forked Lightning. I feel like having one is strong, and more than one's maybe not super great. Because you know, doing 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions is only so useful for so long, basically. And so if you stack the deck with that, it's going to be kind of iffy. This, on the other hand, will actually make our other 2 spells quite a bit better. I don't like the Shield Bearer, so... Fire Elemental for sure. Possibly the best Shaman card in the game. Booty Bag Bodyguard, Wolf Rider, Unbound Elemental. Tempting to take another Unbound, honestly. I don't like Wolf Rider, and our 3s are already pretty curved up so far. And it's looking like that's where we're going to be stacking up. Though, I mean, Unbound is also a 3, but I consider it much better than the Wolf Rider. Booty Bait Bodyguard. It's a taunt. Which is nice, but I'm uncertain if we want it. I think I'll take another Unbound just to see how that goes. So Chillwind Yeti versus Ogre Magi. Both are very good. We don't have any spell damage. Well, we do have a spell damage, don't we? So Chillwind is the best, one of the best 4-drops in the game. Ogre Magi though is very close. Very close indeed. That 1 health makes a surprising amount of difference though. I mean, obviously, you can just compare the 2 here, and you can see that the Chillwind Yeti will trade favorably with the Ogre Magi. So, yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting decision. May take Ogre Magi here. We already got 2 spells with potential to get some more. Having 2 sources of spell damage would be nice. Chillwind Yeti is a very good card, though, and I hesitate to pass on it. But we'll see how this goes. So, Forked Lightning presents itself again. Shattered Sun Cleric, one of the best cards in the game. Silverhand Knight, very strong as well. Tempted to take the Shattered Sun here. I think it's an alright pick. Yeah. Both pretty good. Take the Shattered Sun. Alright, so, Raging Worgen versus Earthshock. Now, we only have 1 silence, which, yeah, I mean, a lot of times you only really need 1 silence, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Raging Worgen, though, very, very strong. Another 3, so we kind of need to be a little wary of that. Try and curve out a little bit here. We could get a 1 or a 2-drop here, which I think maybe take the 2-drop. It's not the best card in the game. If you play it right, it's a little bit like having a 4/2 for 2, which is pretty good. But, you know, you're not always going to be in that position, so. Abusive Sergeant. I actually kind of consider these, they have early game costs, but they're actually a little bit better to play in the mid or late game, I think, so. Yeah, take the Wolf, I guess. And another Axe seems like a good pickup. Fire Elemental for sure. Okay, so Demolisher versus Stampeding Kodo. I already have a lot of 3s, so I think Stampeding Kodo here. And the Bloodlust, Ancient Brewmaster is quite a solid pickup. Straight up Wind Fury buff. Huh. Don't think I've ever had that. I don't like Frost Shock. I don't think Frost with Grunt is a very good card. I mean, it can be okay, but Wind Fury here could be okay. I mean, we've already got kind of a win more card with Bloodlust. We do have a source of Wind Fury already, but getting one more might be okay. I don't know. I didn't really love that pick. So we have our first legendary pick here. I don't love any of these. Harrison Jones could be kind of neat. Illidan can be kind of neat. Tempting to take Harrison for that interesting utility. He's sort of like just a 5-drop ooze, really? I mean, not really. Kind of. Illidan is pretty cool. I like both of them, sort of, in this case. It's not an easy decision for me. I don't really think Lore Rocket Cho is very good in this case. Harrison Jones, kinda iffy. I'm uncertain if we're ever going to be able to use his Battle Cry, in which case he's just a Ancient Brewmaster that costs 1 more, which is not good, obviously. Let's take Illidan. I'm a little more confident with it, maybe. So, I think Mad Bomber here is probably okay. Got an okay late game scale here. Yeah, using a couple more 2-drops wouldn't be bad. Chillwind Yeti here seems like a good pick. Okay. I like all these, for sure. Stormwind Champion is very nice. Can work pretty well in a Shaman deck for sure, because you're often going to have a board full of minions. And it's not uncommon as a Shaman, I would say. It's just kind of the same reason Bloodlust is okay. Gnomish Inventor is fine. We don't have very much card draw, to my knowledge. Actually, we may have no card draw. Huh. Yeah, I almost want to pick the Gnomish just because of that. I like these other two quite a bit, but we really don't have much card draw going on right now, so these are all pretty solid picks. As we give us more card draw, potentially. Depends when we get to pull them out. You know, the risk here is we always might end up needing to use our nukes before we can throw him down, in which case it's not going to be that great. You know, so Sunfear Protector is a solid card. Injured Blade Master is a solid card. It's a 3 for 4/3 with potential to heal up to 7, so that's pretty strong. I mean, you know, I like both of these. I don't know if I want to take the Gadget Zan. Yeah, I'll take the Injured. Let's see how that does. Rockbiter. It's pretty cool to have. Yeah, I like the Rockbiter here. So, Spellbreaker seems like the right choice. And our final pick, we get to pick again between the Emperor Cobra and Lava Burst. Now, I'm actually thinking maybe Lava Burst this time, since we have 2 Unbound Elementals. And it gives us some options, potentially. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I like this deck as much as the last one, but let's see how it does. It's got some decent cards. I don't know if I like the curve as much as I did the last one. I'm trying to think of flaws with it. Maybe not as many nukes as I would have liked. No hexes is actually pretty bad. Just realized we don't have any of those. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty serious issue, potentially. Hex allows you to very easily deal with late game threats. So, didn't get to pick it at all, I believe. Wait, let me just double check it. I don't have a hex, right? 3 mana? No hex. Huh. That sucks. Yeah, I would have definitely picked it if it showed up. Know myself well enough. Yeah, that's weird. Oh well. So we're gonna be having a hexless shaman deck here. That's probably actually the biggest flaw with it. 2 unbound elementals could be fun. Only 1 fire elemental, which is a little iffy. Yeah, I don't think I rate this deck as highly as the last one for sure, but I think it could still go reasonably far. It's got some kill potential at least. Can definitely burst some people down with some Wind Furies and Bloodlusts and stuff. So having a 3 and a 4 is fine. I don't really like having the Fire Elemental this early per se. I may actually chunk the Gnomish. I like having the Worgen though. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I really just wanted a 2 or 1 drop. And getting the 4. We have a nice 2-3-4 play now, so that's cool. No elimination, however, which is unfortunate. But Mad Bomber can do that on the next turn if he plays anything weak. It's a reasonably high chance that Mad Bomber will solve all the problems. So he's going to drop a 2 card here.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay. So Mad Bomber is the obvious play here, I think. Unless we get... Yeah, okay, so Mad Bomber remains the obvious play. Not necessarily going to take out the Engineer. But, no, we got lucky. It's pretty cool. That's just how it goes with the Mad Bomber. Sometimes you will luck out like that. And we definitely did. So he's probably going to go at least 2 for 1 here, which is pretty solid. He doesn't have a turn 2 play, which is, again, quite good for me. Here we play the Worgen, just because it's pretty safe right now, as far as I can tell. I think it's safe to say he would have used the Fiery War Axe if he had it in his hand at that stage, so he may have just drawn one, but, you know, who can say? Cleave comes out here. Cleave actually pretty okay for me in this situation. So Yeti, probably. Now I get to hit him for 8. And yeah, the longer he leaves this up, the worse it is going to get for him, for sure. Things are looking okay for me right now. I've got some options next turn. Let's see what he does. Alright, that's a good play. Definitely needed to deal with that. I got to do a lot more with it than I was expecting, though. So still not great for him, per se. I want to get rid of this, and then I'll play the Cobra and a Totem. Restoration Totem would be nice, but no luck there. Got both of our sources of spell damage in here, so some potential for combos. Which is good, because we are getting a little bit later into things. Emperor Cobra will trade favorably with any of his 5 drops, if he chooses to make one of those. Shield block, okay. Not the greatest card in my opinion. That's kind of a weird graphical error there. Alright, what's the best play here? I'm not sure. It looks like I'm gonna have to kill somebody. Which, you know, is unfortunate. But it is what it is. Now the question is, do I want to kill the Yeti or the Cobra? Probably the Cobra. It's a little unideal, but I think the Yeti is somewhat more valuable. So. Okay. That's what we'll do. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this guy, so we can get the pain going out here. And we got Restoration Totem, which is nice. So we definitely have potential to snag a kill here. Not on this following turn, unless we draw Bloodlust, in which case it's definitely going to happen. We'll just see if he's got a follow-up here, though. Things are looking fairly good for us so far. He's going to drop a charge, and yep, that's the absolutely correct play to do. But does he have a follow-up, or is he just going to block? Still got some board control here, so not the best position for him still. I'm feeling reasonably confident still. I'm thinking Ogre Magi on this turn with a totem. Like to be able to play those totems. And we got the taunt one as well, which is nice. Gives him something he's got to chew through first. Doesn't take too much effort, but it does take enough effort. And again, Bloodlust draw. on the following turn could win us the game. I mean, it would if he didn't have a taunt or a board wipe of some kind. He's got quite a few cards, which scares me. That's a decent card for sure. But it is going to take up most of his turn, so... Alright. So let's see if we get lucky here with the Bloodlust draw. Or if we gotta go a little more exotic with our plays. Does that help? Not a huge amount, per se. Well... it's alright. Is this good? No, I don't think so, per se. I mean, it is good, but I don't think it's good in this situation. Alright. I feel like that was the right play all around. So, let's just see if he's got a board wipe here. Definitely managing to delay, but... So, I'm concerned he's got some late game drops, potentially. He's got a number of cards that he hasn't played with at all. Which is scary. I kind of feel like a Brawl would have already come out if he had one in his hand. That's my suspicion. Can we win next turn? No. Not yet. You gotta go through the Stoneclaw first there, buddy. Well, let's see if we get lucky on the draw. Okay. Whatever, I guess. He's doing some stuff here. Alright. No luck with that. I think Lightning Storm's pretty good here. Yeah, okay. Gonna clear the board up. Which I think is a good enough thing. Don't really want to play any of these. Don't really need them. So why play them, basically? No need to overcommit. Never know if he's gonna get lucky and draw a Brawl or something. Okay, so he had nothing. And let me just check the video time real quick. Should have checked the actual clock. Alright, looks like we got time to do one more video. Or one more match. And still fall within my desired range. So, let's do that. Yep, felt pretty good about that. We were in control pretty much the entire time, I think. We never were really in big danger. Well, sometimes that's just how it goes. So let's see if we can make this a 2-0 or a 1-1. So, Warlock. 2. Sometimes you'll see very rushy Warlocks. I don't like Direwolf Alpha early on, for reasons I've kind of explained. Namely because, again, I think it's sort of a mid-game card, perhaps. Stormforged Axe, though, very nice. This gives us a sort of 2-3-4 play, which, I mean, it doesn't because it's Overload, but it's a nice thought anyway. So if he drops a minion, I will, of course, Stormforge here. No need not to. Well, I won't do that now. Yeah, actually, somewhat better to totem here, I think. Yeah, I might have preferred a more... Yeah... it's tough to say. Not like I really get a choice in what totem I get anyway, so... It is what it is. It's not a bad one, because if he drops a 2-1 or something, I can deal with it readily. Doesn't seem like he has an easy play here, in his opinion. So he's gonna spend a card on that, which is okay with me. And he's even gonna pull his imp out, which I find sort of peculiar. We are gonna play the Feral Spirit here, for sure. A very strong card, very strong early game tank. In some ways, you can see it as a 3-4-6 that we can. It sets you back to basically a 2-4 next turn. Okay, so he's putting in quite a bit of Yeah, he's investing a lot into this, I feel. He's already used a lot of elimination on what I would consider to be fairly little, so it's not really good for him, in my opinion. It's good for me though, I think. We'll see. I don't want to be too I'm not criticizing the guy, I'm just saying, you know. It feels like he's already used a pretty substantial amount of elimination. And maybe, you know, who's to say, maybe he has a lot of elimination, so could definitely be the case. Another Blood Imp comes out. So, I think Chillwind Yeti here is the correct play. Puts a nice threat on the board that he needs to deal with. We will see if he does. I thought it was kind of weird to take the Blood Imp out of stealth, by the way. But, yeah, again, I'm not trying to criticize the guy, I'm just not sure if I would have done the same things in his situation. And another Sense Demons comes out, so his hand is getting fairly large. And he's out of demons already, so that card is not really doing much for him. Just summon 1 for 1 once, which is not awesome. Well, okay. I want to make the right play here. You know, I kind of like Injured Blade Master Totem. Hit this one. And, yeah, let's just hit this one too, actually. I think this is okay. I'm not too worried about those imps per se. Maybe I should be. Well, he's already used 2 Demon Fires. It's definitely possible he's got more though, because this is Arena. But who can say? Alright, so he's gonna coin out a 7. Indeed. Interesting play. He's gonna try and rush me down. I obviously need to shut that down. So, I'm thinking Lightning Storm here has a roll. Yeah. Lightning Storm will get it done. I'm trying to make sure that's the best play I can do. I think it's okay. And then we can trade a guy. Could trade the totem, or could trade 6 health. It's a good question. I'm kind of thinking 6 health. Yeah, okay. Maybe not the best decision, but I think it's alright. I'm okay with it. We're doing alright from a health standpoint anyway, so not necessarily concerned. Wouldn't do it a second time in a row, but I think that time was acceptable. Now, next turn, we can do 8, 9 damage, 11, 14, so not enough to kill, but close. So if we draw one of our Wind Furies or Bloodlust, we could definitely win. It's going to take out that, which is maybe not ideal for him. I'm not sure if we're taking out anything else. So, does this allow us to win? Let me do some math here. So it'd be 8, 12, 13, 16. Oh yeah. That's a GG. Alright, so 2-0 so far with this deck that I wasn't totally sure about, but so far it's proven itself to be fairly good. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully this format turns out to work a little bit better. I think it will. I think it's for the best, personally. Easier to watch a 30-minute video. So, in the next video we'll be continuing this run. Not going to start a new one or anything. Just going to go with this one. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Sorry for all the uhs.